Guten Tag. This is a Marcello C Nettuno 3 automatic diver's watch. It's water resistant down to 300 meters, 1,000 feet. This particular model is no longer in production. Sorry, I should say, the Nettuno 3 is still in production, you can still buy them, but this particular version is no longer available. And this version has the Nettuno 3 writing in red, just here, and that distinguishes it from the current model, which has Nettuno 3 in white. Other differences include the exhibition case back on this version. The current version just has a plain screw back, and this has an ETA 2824-2 movement as opposed to the current SW200 Salita movement. This also says Swiss made at the bottom of the dial. Can we make that out? Whereas the current version says made in Germany. Now, as I said, Marcello C is a German brand, and they make these very beautiful divers watches. They have chronographs and other things as well, but this is the one that caught my eye. And you know what? I'm going to admit it. The thing that caught my eye was the really handsome little logo with the goose flying over the double L. I really like that. I think that's really nice. Nice little touch. Anyway, obviously that's not the only thing that caught my eye. The rest of the watch is rather beautiful too, but that's really nice. I like that. Let's have a little look at the watch in detail, shall we? Let's start with some measurements so we can get an idea of the scale of this watch. It's proper traditional diver's size, so it's 39 millimeters in diameter, excluding the crown. The lug width is 20 millimeters, and the lug to lug is 47 millimeters. So absolutely classic Submariner diver's watch dimensions. Very familiar look to it, except for these, what would you call those, sword hands, which are kind of specific to this watch. I think the combination with the baton markers and the sword hands make it look very pretty, very handsome watch. The second hand is definitely worth mentioning. It's got quite a lot to it. It's got a nice sort of pointy bit at the end of it with a little arrow counter on the counterbalance. The second hand has quite a lot of loom in it, and the loom is superb on this watch. There's loom on the bezel pip, all around the indices. These are applied indices, by the way, filled with I'm not sure what sort of loom it is. However, it is super bright and glows all night. The hands are absolutely filled with it as well. It's a really, really effective design, I think, on the dial. Matte, is it matte black or it's deep black dial face. Oh, hang on, we've covered up the date with the minute hand. Let's just move that across a bit so we can see the date window. Just a plain white date wheel with a little cutout there at the 3 o'clock. Perfectly balanced. The bezel is superb, no play whatsoever, perfectly aligned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 60 click bezel, nice and firm, very little back movement. It's really, really good, and as I said, it lines up perfectly, which is exceedingly important. The thickness of the watch is not too bad. It is 13 millimeters thick. It has a flat sapphire crystal. Can we make that out? Just bear with me a second, I just got to cough. Oh, do excuse me. Let's have a quick look at the back, because it's absolutely beautiful. We can see the inside the movement via the exhibition case back. The rotor is signed Marcello C, and the glass itself has a logo on. Not sure what that logo is. That's not the Marcello logo. Well, it is, but it's not the main one. So we've got a couple of logos going on. Around the outside we have some writing. We have Nettuno 3, a serial number, sapphire, stainless steel, and a reference number, and Marcello C written there. The crown is signed, as you can see here. That's the logo that's on the exhibition case back glass. So that must be their logo as well. I must have two logos. The bracelet is definitely worth a mention. It's very comfortable. It's slightly tapered, and the clasp is very neat and tidy. Click that in place. Double click there with the Marcello C logo written on the clasp there. It's a really nice little watch. Very comfortable on the wrist. I'm going to put it on now. So this is a 7.5-inch wrist, and this is what it looks like. Pretty nice. What else would you like to know? Pardon? Oh, you'd like to know the price? It's not too expensive. In the region of €400 for this watch. As I said, it's not currently in production. This exact version that you could maybe find them on eBay. They're a little bit rare, but worth looking out for because it's a little beauty. I think it's really nice. Screw down crown. I should have said. I do apologise. Screw down crown. Hacking movement. The second hand stops when I pull the crown out. Hand winding too, which is a very nice, smooth, satisfying action. Screw that back in. That is it for the Marcello C Nettuno 3. Beautiful automatic diver's watch. I would suggest that you subscribe to this channel. There's lots of other useful videos about watches and EDC, gear, knives, torches, things like that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.